Ready? Pause. Okay, let's start. So, okay, nice relax, guys. Just kind of left leg forward, kind of shoulder dash. You don't have to make a particularly long stance. And all I want you to do is kind of just get that knee up and back down. Just kind of practice that squeeze, yeah? So good shoulder dash, hip square. So you're kind of isolating everything else. And you can have your using your right leg, so right hand forward, just squeezing and coming back. Try it. And then knee squeeze. Sa. She. Try not to make it about your upper body. Just your stomach. Go. Rock. Shit. Hatch. Come. Jaw. Okay, change. Okay, same again. Ich. Knee. Sa. She. Go. Look. Shit. Hatch. Cool. Jaw. Okay, guys, just a couple of times by yourself. Then what I want you to really do is a couple of things. Focus on a couple of things. Firstly, don't kind of just kind of shift, going forward, then coming back, forward and coming back. Try not to do that. Just try to kind of go from that kind of relaxed position, kind of stomach squeeze, not using your upper body. So you're twitching and then coming back. Yeah, relaxing, twitching and then coming back without that rocking feeling. You understand? No rocking backwards, forwards, kind of start, relax, and then try not to use your upper body. Okay, just try a couple of minutes, maybe 10 on each side, go for it. Yeah, still some people kind of rocking backwards and forwards. Okay, try not to complete stillness, go from complete stillness. So you're practicing that kind of twitch action rather than the slow start and then fast finish. Okay. Make sure you do both legs, both right leg and left leg. Okay, good. Okay, so that was kind of like practicing the kind of stomach squeeze, right? We're not going to really particularly focus on that today, but I just wanted to get that into that kind of idea. Okay, so next one, always kind of go in a ham knee, and then instead of showing right leg to right hand, go from ham knee, and then your right knee to your left hand. So I always kind of maintain that ham knee feeling, and all you're doing is like much more inner thigh muscle squeeze. So that squeeze, then coming back. Relax, squeeze, then coming back. So you're coming kind of almost across your body. So kind of practicing that inner thigh muscle, compression, then coming back. Understand? Okay, just try that, guys. It is quite different. You go from inner stomach, abdomen squeeze to inner thigh muscle squeeze. Okay, try. Let me see what you're doing. Then go from ham knee, Elisabetta. Ham knee, and then kind of maintaining ham knee, if not, maybe coming slightly forward. Your right knee to your left hand. Right knee to left hand, or obviously left knee to right hand. Try not to, okay, yeah, mate, just watch, guys. Like, some people are like showing and they're kind of twisting into ham knee. Now I want you to kind of start ham knee. Start from this relaxed position and you watch your head on. And then all you're doing is bringing that knee across your body. So your knee, right knee to left hand, squeeze and then coming back. Squeeze and then coming back, rather than going from here and then twisting this way. I don't want you to twist this way. I want you to already start there. So it's just inner thigh muscle, squeeze, then coming back, feeling. Squeeze, then back. Understand? Okay, 30 more seconds, give it a go. Any questions, just ask. Try and keep that straight line, integrity of line. Christian, a little bit kind of hips going out. Gaggy, keep that front knee bent, man. Good stance. Then James, really fast twitch, yeah? You don't have to get your knee right the way forward. You don't have to get your knee that much forward, yeah? Then, yeah, Tommy, not so much out kind of washigary feeling, just still kind of coming my gary feeling, so not out this way feeling, yeah? This way feeling, coming straight in. Okay? Okay, good. Everyone understand? Yep, okay, good. Okay, so all I want you to do is kind of starting from hammy, think about that compression to produce the maigeri. So this compression feeling in a thigh muscle, and then follow it through for maigeri. So like we're going to practice for now, so I'll just give you a bit of time, but try doing both. So first you're twitching with that knee, in a thigh muscle squeeze once, in a thigh muscle squeeze maigeri. This one back, two back. Understand? Like don't worry so much about, we're not necessarily practicing maigeri, don't worry so much about kind of kicking slightly across your body in like, because you're kind of in shizen, hammy position. Don't worry about that so much, yeah? Just that twitch of your inner thigh. Okay, give it a go, guys. Try and keep control of your upper body, keep your back straight. Don't break that center line. So try to, like Gerard, you're doing it with quite a few others, try not to kind of only focus on your stomach and your abdomen squeeze. Like we practice so much that stomach squeeze to initiate the kick, and that's fine and good and correct. But this time we're kind of isolating something else, inner thigh muscle squeeze, kind of much more kind of below the belt rather than abdomen getting your knee up high. So your knee shouldn't be coming high, you shouldn't be coming forward, just kind of almost knee to knee feeling. You're getting to about that point, then coming back. Knee to knee, then back feeling, yeah? And then you just let it fly from maigeri. Elizabeth, watch that upper body, yeah? Try to isolate that a little bit more. Jin, you go from ham knee feeling, like not square on. Not shomen dachi, but more hammy dachi. Jin, can you hear me? Jin! No, Jin, you go, not shomen dachi. Not shomen dachi. A little more shizen or natural position, hammy position, yeah? And you're just in a thigh muscle squeezing, coming back. And then from that position, letting it go maigeri. So it's quite a short range maigeri, yeah? Understand? Okay, good. Everyone understand? Yeah? Okay, good. Okay, next one, guys. Next one, all I want you to do is this push feeling. Push, then squeeze maigeri. So I want you to do kind of like a yoriash maigeri. So back leg push. So you're driving in, then inner thigh muscle squeeze, and then let it go maigeri. So you're driving then inner thigh muscle squeeze to produce the maigeri. So just practice that for now. So first push, stretch this area, and then squeeze finish. Squeeze to follow through for the maigeri. Okay, try. Try it like if you can. I know everybody's like a little bit kind of restricted with space, but try to step through on the maigeri and then shuffle back, yeah? Elizabeth, try not to use your upper body to produce that maigeri, yeah?
Sensei, you want to try to hold this step back for this kick?
Yeah, not necessarily for now. Yeah, guys, just watch, yeah? So like this time, because we're stepping forward, like don't necessarily hold your hip back. Don't artificially rotate, because you're in shizen, right? You're in shizen, that's natural position. Don't artificially rotate to shomen before you kick. I want you to have that sense that you're driving into hammy, yeah? From that back leg, you're driving in, then you're squeezing, and then as your leg goes through, like just the momentum will rotate you into shomen. So don't think that you're holding it back. Nor do I want you to artificially make shomen and then kick. Understand? Well, come on then, do it! Come on, guys! Then Reva, don't lean back on the kick, yeah? Even though you were not really focusing on abdomen squeeze, still squeeze. Okay, yeah, mate. Guys, I'm going to give you a little bit long with that, but look, like what I'm really kind of focusing on tonight is first of all that drive of the back leg, but more importantly, after the drive, then kind of the twitch of your inner thigh muscles to bring you back into position. So we're kind of doing it to the extreme, and those inner thigh muscle squeeze is then going to lead to Maegeri. But I can move on to a little bit different later. But so I really want you to focus on that ability to back leg drive and then squeeze with that inner thigh muscle. So the moment that you reach maximum kind of drive, you then pull it back. And then that ultimately, in this case, is leading to that Maegeri to release, yeah? So you're driving in and then twitching to produce the Maegeri. So really focus on that, yeah? On that inner thigh muscle compression after you expand. Your body's expanding, your muscles like stretching, and then you're kind of firing them to kind of produce this Maegeri. Understand? Yes. Yep. Okay. Last 30 seconds, guys. If you've got any questions, ask now.
Sensei, are you using that kind of plyometric bounce then when your foot lands, yeah?
Front foot.
So you're sliding in, yeah? You're kind of going into...
I don't necessarily feel it much on my front foot, but certainly on the back leg. So certainly kind of that stretch, shortened cycle for your inner thigh muscles. Like both legs really. You're stretching here, and then you're squeezing in to produce the Maegeri. So I feel it here, but I don't feel it necessarily from the front foot. Does that answer your question? No? Okay. Then, Faustine, make sure you keep good control of your guard, yeah? Don't let yourself kind of swing. Keep control of that core, keep guard well. Try to make it explosive, Justina, yeah? You're coming up a little bit. Stretch in and then follow your foot kind of follows, yeah? You're stretching in that direction and your foot follows through. Rather than up. Okay, good guys, let's try spin power, yeah? Let's try spin power, so we'll go from Kamai, and then this stretch, release, and then come back straight, yeah? Feel that you're stretching those inner thigh muscles, and then slamming them short as you produce the Maegeri. Understand? Okay, let's try spin power. 1 count, kick, step back. Okay, knee, sound, chin. Relax, relax, relax. Go! Really drive off that back leg, yeah? Look! Really create that stretch, yeah? Shit! James, try not to use your arm to pull back as you kick. Hutch! Keep your back straight. Come! Last one. Jump! Nice! Relax. So guys, like James was doing it, Leo, you're doing a little bit, like, you know, a lot of people do, yeah? Kind of using that opposite leg as you're kicking, opposite arm is coming through, right? Like, you know, all we're trying to do is isolate a small element of the kick, a small element of what we use in order to create kind of power, like not only in Maegeri, but for lots of things, yeah? So try to kind of strip away all those other elements that kind of help you. Understand? As nice as it feels, don't do it. Okay, next one. What I always do is stretch, then recover. Stretch, then Maegeri. So we're going 1, 2, feeling. So like this Yoriash feeling, back leg push, Maegeri. So 1, 2, feeling, yeah? Understand? Yoriash, Maegeri. Just try that, guys. Just get into that rhythm. Take your time, guys, take your time. Okay, yummy, guys. Leo, you want to ask something?
Yes, when you do the first Yoriashi, you maintain the kami position?
Maintain what position? Maintain
kami position in the first?
Yeah. So on the first one, like this kind of natural kamai, kind of maintain your position. Don't be changed or anything like that. So that first movement, you're just as if you've done nothing. You haven't telegraphed anything. And then the second one, you let the maigiri come through. So first one, only kind of your legs movement. Okay?
Oh, thank you.
Okay, guys, just watch. Then, whenever we drive from our leg, or whenever we use muscle, then within karate, there is so much of kind of like that full extension, yeah? If I was going to punch, okay, who should I punch? Thumbs up if you want me to punch Ross. Ooh, hang on. Okay, thumbs up if you want me to punch Rue. Elizabeth refuses to decide.
Is there the option of you punching them both, Sensei?
Ross it is! Sorry to say, Matthew. No, he doesn't use that. Okay, so look, like in reality, if you're gonna punch someone, then there's no way you punch them at that full extension. Like, and anybody who does any bag work or any kind of like boxing stuff like that, they're always punching at that kind of middle range, and that's it. Until later. They're always punching in that middle range, right? And it just becomes instinctive, right? Like that's where you'll see boxers and they'll kind of like doing this. They're always kind of punching within that kind of middle range. They never do what we do in karate, which is kind of full extend the joints. And the reason why is because every single muscle has this kind of bell curve of power, yeah? The initial contraction of your like tricep in this case is weak. It gets much stronger in that middle third, and the last third it gets weaker again. And so you never want to kind of make impact in that last third of your extension of your limb, because that's one of the weakest points. Well, it's not, the middle, the first third, last third is weak. It's that middle third that we want to focus on in terms of impact. And if you do bag work, you get that, right? But in karate, we do so much full extension that we don't really get used to that so much unless we do bag work. But if you think about it, we always kind of have contact when we use our legs with the floor. So when we drive, we still kind of get that used to that feeling of driving in and making full extension with our leg, because that's kihon. But in reality, when we start to move freely, we don't want to kind of drive and then drag that leg behind us, because we've lost time for a muscle contraction that's kind of lost its prime, lost its maximum power. So I want you to have this feeling that you're already firing that inner thigh muscle after you get everything you can from that leg. So that is not full extension. It's maybe half as much and then you're recovering back in again. So don't be thinking of driving completely in and then pulling. Just half, like maybe half as much, driving and then relaxing again. Driving and then relaxing again. Do you understand? Just like a boxer wouldn't go past that position to get that last third. They know it's a kind of waste of time. We too can have the same feeling with yoriash. With that yoriash, from that initial explosion, then in the thigh muscle squeeze to get back to that position. Okay? Do that. Do that once, and then follow up with maigiri. Then Gagik, that second one, don't land then kick. The drive and recover is the maigiri, yeah? Try to minimize that time. Okay, Yame. So quite a few of you are doing this, yeah? You're going 1, 2, 3. Like, I really want you to feel like this first one. Drive, recover. Drive, and then the kick. As that front leg is landing, your kick has started. It's very, you can't really do it slow. I can't do it slowly, yeah? But I can show you the wrong way slowly, yeah? The wrong way, or the one is not really focusing on what I want to do, is drive, stop, both feet finish, and then you're producing the Maigeri. I'll try to slow it down. First one, second one, what I really want you to do is drive, stop, drive, squeeze to produce the Maigeri. I mean, it's quite a subtle difference, but I want you to really fire those inner thigh muscles as quick as possible. Sometimes to get your foot back into position for Kamae, other times to fire it through for Maigeri. Understand? Okay, give it a go, guys. Couple more minutes. Try it. Oh, no, sorry. Okay, I thought you were doing it wrong.
Stretch, squeeze.
No!
Stretch, squeeze, stretch, squeeze.
Exactly what you do. It's not exactly what you do. Stretch, squeeze, stretch, squeeze. That's exactly what you do.
Go on. Stretch, squeeze. Stretch, squeeze.
Yeah, that's not what you do. Oh, alright then. Alright. Fine.
Sensei.
Ross apparently can do everything now. Doesn't need me. I'll just focus on you guys at home. Yeah, that was it, Dane. That was a good one. Okay. Okay, good, guys. Let's try spin power, yeah? Let's try spin power, then really try to keep control of your Kamae right going through. Try not to use your upper body. A lot of people are kind of doing that and breaking the line and moving their hands well. But also try not to go 1, 1, 2. It's 1, 2. So that second one is where people will, in an ingrained way, kind of drive and then stop and then kick. I really want you to have that expansion to the Maigeri. And that's kind of easy to do with once, but like it takes a little bit to go from one to the other. To recover and then kick is a little bit difficult, yeah? So a lot of people kind of doing one, a lot of people can do it once, but to go one, and then most people are doing the same thing again and then kicking Maigeri. No, the Maigeri starts from the expanded bit, not expand, contract, and then kick. Understand? Even if you slowed it down, guys, get that timing right. Okay, let's try, yeah? Left leg forward. Okay, you're in. And in. San. Shift. Go. Look. Shit. One more. Ha. Okay, same again, guys. Same again. 1, 2, Mawashi get it. Okay, so shouldn't take any practice because it's the same thing. 1, 2, kick Mawashi get it. Understand? Okay, so a little bit more expansion this time, yeah? Because you're coming out this way, but make sure that the start of your kick is the end of the expansion, rather than the end of the contraction and then kicking. Okay, let's try it. Okay, it's knee, some, two, go, look, shoot, one more. Hacha! Hey, man. Oh, relax. Good. Everybody understand? Yeah. I think practicing that way kind of like really forces you to kind of isolate and see the difference between kind of what a lot of you doing, well, certainly initially, which was like this constant drive, recover, and then do your technique, yeah? And we do that all the time, where sometimes we want to be able to focus on kind of initiating the technique before the technique before has finished. If you think about this yoriash being a technique, this yoriash before, like it starts and then finishes here, and then you start again, right? But we actually were starting that second technique in that expansive position, whether it be Maigeri, Moshigiri, or whatever else we're going to do. Understand? Okay, that's one point. Second point is that don't waste your time in overextending this leg to try to get every ounce of drive from that back leg, yeah? Because you're gonna lose that potential explosive power the more the straighter your limb becomes. So much better is to work on that ability of inner thigh muscle compression, even if you're not kind of getting that full extension of that back leg. If you're only getting like half as much as what you possibly could, but then practicing on that fast twitch to get your leg back underneath you, then that's much better drill. Understand? Yep. Okay, good. Okay, so working with that, guys. Okay, make 2 come out. So from here, this driving in Kizamazuki, and then Gakuzuki knee. You can change, yeah. Then driving in it, and knee. Okay, so simple, Kizamazuki, Gakuzuki, but that's not what we're practicing, of course. I just want you to practice that kind of hand technique, but think about that, not fully extending that back leg. Half extend, get it underneath you, half extend, get it underneath you, yeah? 1, 2, feeling. So you have that fast twitch to come back to Kamai. Understand? Okay, go for it, guys. If you've got any questions, just ask. Christian, you're just stepping, yeah? You really got to think about that inner thigh muscle squeeze. You too, Rolf, yeah? You do the same thing. Okay, yame. Guys, so look, like 2 issues, I think. First issue is that some people are just using the momentum of the technique to kind of take them forward. So they get that initial drive, and then everything else is just kind of like a consequence of that initial drive. I'd much rather you do 2 explosive, separate movements, because then it focuses on exactly what we're working on, yeah? So I'd much rather you kind of, rather than that initial drive, you're doing Kizamazuki and then recovering, then doing Gakuzuki and recovering. Same punch, recover, and you're kind of doing it in that way, just simply because it's focusing on what we want to work on, yeah? That's one point. Second point is that some of you are doing it kind of just, well, it's probably the same problem actually, but you're just kind of doing it mindlessly. You know, Kizamazuki, Gakuzuki, can do it, and you're just kind of focusing 1, 2 feeling, and you kind of do it, that's fine, but you're not really giving yourself time to super focus on that inner thigh muscle squeeze to get that kind of recompression of your stance. And that's what we're kind of working on, yeah? We're trying to work on that specific point. So if you're just kind of doing it mindlessly or the way that you always do it, it's very difficult to then focus on one specific point. Understand? Yes. Okay, so 1 more minute, guys. Give it a go. Take your time. Focus on that back leg squeeze, inner thigh muscle squeeze. Then guys, just like before, yeah? Just like before when we did the Maigeri, you can allow, like I don't necessarily want you to kind of focus on that hip rotation, but certainly that back leg drive, and then a thigh muscle squeeze is going to pull that hip round, yeah? Like, I mean, you can make that the focus, and sometimes, often we do, but now just that inner thigh muscle squeeze to get your hip in to Shomendachi on the Gakuzuki, yeah? Last 30 seconds, guys. Then Nick, ready, give yourself a chance to reset between the first and the second punch. Okay guys, let's try. So speed and power, yeah? 1 count, Kizamazuki, Gakuzuki, and then step back, yeah? But again, just focus on what we're working on, yeah? Okay, Ni! San! Shin! Go! Look! Six! And last one. Ha! Okay, nice. Good. Understand? Yeah, good. Okay, so last one, we're going to kind of do a little bit of an awkward combination before we move on to some kihon. But a little bit of an awkward combination, but just to kind of focus on that. So, first one is kind of an easy one. Okay, we're going to do kizamazuki. So, kizamazuki to lead to maegeri. And then we'll finish off with oizuki just because it's the Nidan grading syllabus. But from here, really open that thigh. That like stretch those legs, and that becomes your maegeri. That becomes the maegeri, and finish with oizuki. So stretch, cover, then punch oizuki. Understand? I think it's the second combination of the Nidan syllabus. So kizamazuki, maegeri, oizuki. Just try it, guys. Give it a go. Remember, the only real thing you're concerned about is squeezing those inner thigh muscles to produce the maegeri. Everything else is just a setup. Then Gagi, follow it through, yeah? Follow it, you're kind of double stepping, yeah? As soon as that front foot lands for the kizamazuki, your maegeri started, you're not double stepping. Keep that back straight, Paul. You're a little bit kind of breaking your line, yeah? Head up, Riva. Then just in a no stop, yeah? The whole point is that from the maximum expansion of that kizamazuki, you lead the maegeri, not stop, then kick, yeah? The kizamazuki is the maegeri.
Is the kizamazuki a yoriashi though as well, Sensei?
Yeah, but like yoriashi, not in the sense of like that. In the sense of stretching in to produce the maegeri prep. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Last 30 seconds, guys. James, like, don't try not to hold that stretch. As soon as you hit that expansive point, then boom, let that maegeri fly. Yeah. Yeah. That feeling. Yeah. Okay, guys, let's try. Swing power. Yeah. Okay, so one count, kizamazuki, maegeri, oizuki, shuffle back, yeah, step back. Okay, yeah! And San! Shi! Go! Look! Shit! One more. Ha! Okay, amen. Relax. Okay, last one, guys. Super simple one, yeah? Last one. Again, yoriashi. What we're going to do is gakuzuki moshigeri. Yoriashi feeling, yeah? Really stretch and then let that kind of inner thigh muscle be the preparation for the moshigeri. So all we're doing is gakuzuki moshigeri, foot down, but really again focus on that stretch. Stretching in, yeah? Stretching in, closing that leg to produce the moshigeri. Understand? Okay, 30 seconds, go for it. Then back straight a little better, yeah? Don't stick your bum out. Then really traditional moshigeri Ralph, so get that knee to the side, yeah, rather than forward. Then again, Justina, no gap between the punch and the kick. The end of the punch is the start of the kick, yeah? Okay, okay, good, let's try spin power, guys, let's try. Okay, yoi, so Jukamai, Mochigiri, sorry, Gakuzuki Mochigiri, shuffle back, yeah? Okay, yoi, each! And eight! Sen! Shin! Go! Look! Shit! Last one. Ha! Ah, yummy. Ah, relax. Ah, shake. Good. Linda, have you worn yourself out? Okay. Not just Linda, don't worry. Okay, good guys. Then look, I think two things. First thing is that we got to kind of realize is that when we're just doing yoriashi, like to go to that full extension and then pull that back leg up is sometimes a bit kind of over laboring the point. Yeah, you're going to get limited returns from a greater drive of that back leg. I mean, after the initial explosive power, it's the explosion that's creating most of the momentum. Any other push after that is going to have kind of very greatly reduced kind of benefit, right? Now that's one point. So if you're ever just doing yoriachi, and that's what you want to do, you want to get that, really develop that kind of squeeze of the back leg without kind of having that full drive every single time. Or full straightening, should I say, not full drive, for full straightening of the back leg. That's one point. Second point is that, but if you are in the sense that you're doing a technique and you're going in and you've got that stretch, or you've got that stretch, then that's also when you really want to use that inner thigh muscle, whether it be to pull in or whether it be to initiate a technique. You want to really use that inner thigh muscle compression and twitch to kind of generate the next movement. Do you understand? And by kind of focusing on that element of your karate, it's always going to give your kind of freestyle and other things, kihon, kata as well, that greater explosive power. Understand? Any questions? No? Okay. Okay, good. Okay, let's just, got 10 minutes, good. So let's just, I want to kind of finish with a little bit of kihon, and let's just try to kind of focus on that with kihon for a little bit. Okay, first, nice and simple. Everybody just make Zengsta. Shh. Okay. Okay, so from here, make hand knee. Shh. Then we focus so much on this back leg drive. All we should do is think about squeezing your inner thigh muscles. Not so much driving your back leg. I'll show you from the side, yeah? Not so much driving your back leg, but squeezing your inner thigh muscles to bring your hips together. So feel like this, open and then squeeze. Open, then squeeze. Understand? I mean, superficially, it's kind of like the same thing. But like, if you get that feeling, you'll feel it's quite different, yeah? So open your hips, then inner thigh muscle squeeze. Don't bother adding technique at the moment. Just try to get that feeling. Give it a go, guys. If you're watching while I do it, like you'll see kind of like maybe a little bit more movements from that front leg that you wouldn't necessarily see if I was just predominantly using my back leg. If my back leg was driving my hip forward, that front knee wouldn't move. Now it's both inner thigh muscles, it's locking in. So I'm maybe getting a little bit more movement from my front knee than would normally be the case. But that's okay, because we're just practicing a simple principle, yeah? Try both sides. Then not only your back leg inner thigh muscles, but both inner thigh muscles squeezing together, as if, like if you replicate it with your chest, you can think maybe your pecs is similar. You're kind of pulling your shoulders together with your pecs, that kind of feeling, yeah? You try and replicate that with the inner thighs. Okay, good. Okay, so from here, make Zeg Stach, make Gakuzuki. Okay, typical old JK type of way of making Gakuzuki. So from here, we're going to make Tate Shito. Chest open, then feel like you're really opening your thighs. And then chest and inner thigh muscles, squeeze spinning. And you're holding your form. And then open, 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 open. And then in the thigh muscle, chest squeeze. And then come back. Understand? Okay, so it's like, if you use your back leg predominantly, you're kind of driving forward. And then you can kind of bounce back and you have this kind of like, well, more my style, JK style, where you're snapping and coming back, yeah? But this kind of more JK style, inner thigh muscles, pecs and everything, squeezing in. Get, like really squeezing that inner thigh muscles and then coming back. Understand? Okay, let's try spin power. 1 count, punch them back. Okay, hit. Knee. Sun. Chin. Go. Look. Hold your form after the Gakuzuki, yeah? Shit. Hold it, yeah? Squeeze, hold it. And then back. Come. And back. One more. Jump. Okay, change that, guys. Then I think, especially those who train with me predominantly, we can often lose sight about the importance of maintaining that form. Like if we were JKA, and we're not, thankfully, but if we were JKA, then that would be the dominant kind of way of practicing, where you're making tate shito, and then you're punching Gakuzuki stopping, and then from here you're making tate shito again. And like, well, I say hopefully not, but like, you know, like that's a credible, and we're practicing now, it certainly has merit. Okay, but we like, just because we practice so much on that back leg drive, we can forget about the importance of this inner thigh muscle squeeze, pec squeeze, and then we're constantly snapping our technique, especially in Gakuzuki, that we lose that skill set. So really focus on that twitching together and holding, and making that connected point. Understand? Yep. Okay, change. Okay, 1 count, Gakuzuki, then make tate shito again. Okay, hit. Hold your form just for a second, then come back. And eat. And come back. Sun. Sheep. And back. Go. And back. Look. And back. Shit. And back. Hatch. And back. Cue. And back, last one. Jump. Relax. Then really kind of each time think about that kind of inner thigh muscle firing, twitching, bringing your inner thigh muscles closer together. So you're locking it all into that kind of like pyramid style stance, yeah? So like you watch you don't never want a box shape stance, yeah, where your knees are kind of out, yeah? You always want that kind of pyramid style. So you know, from your tanden, you're going out in that kind of like triangular manner. So it's like this kind of pyramid stance, yeah? So the way that you do that is really kind of thinking about kind of compressing those inner thigh muscles. You'll see people who kind of just so dominantly driving forward and everything's going in that direction, but the stance is not as solid as it could be, because they really need to kind of, you know, kind of work on that inner thigh muscle strength. Understand? Good. Okay, one more. So from here, we'll go from Shusentai. Okay, so left leg forward, ich. Okay, then this should feel really open, yeah? Feel like slamming all your body into that front leg to make the kutei. And then come back. Okay, right leg, ich. Then knee. And come back. Okay, one more, ich. Knee. And come back. Okay, one more, sun. Tailbone in on that back stance. Okay, everybody understand? Okay, so obviously there's much more weight focus. Well, there's much more weight transition going from kokusatsu to zenkusatsu, of course. But again, you're going to use your back leg, of course. You're going to use your back leg to drive. But I want to be the dominant kind of principle of this training is just that inner thigh muscle squeeze. So go from this completely open position, chest open, inner thigh muscles open, and feel like you're squeezing together. This squeezing together, and that squeezing together as you drive through your back leg is going to produce that nukite. Understand? Okay, give it a go, guys. Try.
Does your front foot move? Sensei?
Well, like generally speaking, when you do this normally, you would have that sense of driving through your back leg, and your front foot would move to facilitate that. But you'd still, like, if I'm facing the camera, that's my center line, I'm still maintaining that center line through. It's not as if I'm stepping to the side and going offline, yeah? In the normal kind of practice of this movement. But in this case, you know, you just have to focus on the squeezing and let your feet land where they be. Okay? 30 more seconds, guys. Leo, try not to step so much, yeah? Try not to step, just kind of facilitate it. Whatever happens with your foot, happens with your foot. So Leo, you're a little bit kind of stepping and facilitating it. No, really just focus on that inner thigh muscle squeeze. If your foot moves, your foot moves. If it doesn't move, it doesn't move. Just for this practice, yeah? Gary, head up though, back straight, don't look down. Nothing there. Okay, good. Okay, let's try, guys. Let's try spin power, yeah? So, left leg forward first, start up it. Okay, wait. It's. Knee. Sam. Shin. Go. Look. Shit. Last one. Ha! Ay, yummy. Nice. Relax. Good. Any questions? It'll be okay? Yeah?
When you were doing the Gyakuzuki and then Tachishito,
Yeah.
are you compensating with your outer muscles in your thigh to stop yourself from collapsing with that inner squeeze? Are you doing something to compensate?
Well, in that case, no, I'm not fighting it at all, because like we're really kind of emphasizing that element. So I was allowing this front knee to move slightly and just settle where it was going to settle. Whereas in normality, in proper kihon, I would, you know, as I drive from that back leg, my knee wants to go out, so I'm compressing that inner thigh muscle a little bit, but not enough that would produce that knee move. So I'm just kind of. Say again?
And for the previous move, when we were doing,
So always when you're making ham knee, you wanna prevent that knee following you. So you use your IT band to stop your knee coming in, like just that engaged stability. So you're making sure that it doesn't move and wobble about.
And do you grip the floor with your toes?
No, never.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
So you never, like, it's impossible to grip the floor with your toes unless you've got talons, right? So you want to have maximum surface area around your big toe instep, arch of your foot, arch of your foot and heel, and then let your outer foot just rest on the floor, but you certainly don't want to be putting tension into your foot.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
I have a question, Sensei.
Okay, go Suzanne.
Go back to the beginning of the class.
Uh-huh.
You were saying that in Jiki we learn like to extend the arm.
Yeah.
But it's not the stronger way of doing it. So why do they teach it like that?
Well, because equally, if by kind of trying to stop at like half range, what you then do is start putting tension within that middle area, and what you want is relaxation in that middle area. Relaxation. So actually, I mean, you will see, you know, boxers kind of like jabbing and relaxing and doing that and going full. You know, they were not so much the uppercut, but they will be doing that just to get that relaxation. Shadow boxing, they'll do it, right? And so karate is the same. That we want to have relaxation through that middle part, that middle third, and the way that we do that is by relaxing through. So yeah, I think that was one of the initial thought processes. I think then afterwards it's become a little bit more dogmatic, and so they'll start kind of trying to create connection, and they'll come round and they'll test your connection at this point, and that's become kind of dogma a little bit, and I'd argue that that's probably not entirely necessary. It's quite good for kind of working on those connection points, but then people end up thinking that this is the strong point of the punch, when actually, this is the strong point of the punch. This bit where you got hikite and hand fully, well, no. This part where you're not hikite and, you're just kind of like that middle third. So, yeah, I mean, this is a whole load of dogma that goes into that. Okay? Anything else, guys? No? Okay. I think that takes us, we're over time. So, in conclusion, guys, just kind of, we're always trying to isolate stuff within our kihon, and we're like, even when we're practicing kata, we're often kind of working on several different nuances within the kata rather than the whole lot altogether. And so tonight, just really trying to kind of develop two things. Firstly, that ability to fast twitch from your inner thigh muscles, and secondly, to recognize that you don't always have to have full extension, and that the fact that you're making contact with the floor as you drive probably means that initial split second of explosive power is all you really need to get everything you can from your leg. With the analogy of, the split second your fist hits something, that's when the power is transferred through. The more you push through, the diminishing returns you're going to get from that movement. Understand? Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys. Feet together. Okay.